Hey everybody, the Gaming Guru 51 here, and welcome back to Crash Bandicoot 2! In the last episode, we were forcefully taken away by Dr. Neo Cortex in order to help him find some crystals. Not only that, we completed the first 3 levels of the first section of this hub world with the exception of Snowgo because we didn't get the red gem yet. We will get that later on. In this episode, we're going to be completing the first section of the hub world here and then take down the boss that comes right at the end. So we're entering level 4 now? Yeah, level 4, the pits. And this level doesn't really have much going on for it. It is just a basic level. All we have to do in this level is collect all the boxes and then collect the crystals that comes in the end of the level. Well, not really in the end of the level. Sometimes the crystal comes in the middle, sometimes it comes in kind of the beginning. So it's just a matter of where you find it. And since we have invincibility, we're just going to plow through everything that we touch and completely destroy everything. This level is notorious for having a lot of Aku Aku masks in it. So we're going to be seeing invincibility for quite the while we're in here. And as you can see right here, there's another invincibility. So let's go and grab that and just again, run through everything in the world. So now there are 2 branching paths that we can take. I'm going to be taking the left path because there is a switch that comes at the end of this section. And then we're going to come back through the right side in order to get all the boxes. There are going to be a few levels that have that mechanic to where you're going through one section just to come back through the other fork in the road, I guess you can say. And later on, that becomes a huge challenge because you will see the camera is not very kind to those who go backwards. So we'll be seeing that. Also, here is the crystal in this level, so there you go. The crystals aren't terribly that difficult to find, so you shouldn't be having that much trouble looking for them. But now we're going to come through this way, and as you can see, the camera is so unforgiving if you're going backwards. This is where the difficulty is going to lie in this level if you're having trouble in it. And there are some extra lives for us. I love how in this game your lives save between each save, so you don't have to worry about that. You can just see, it's just so crazy. Oh my goodness, it's like the enemies come up right, like once you know the enemy's there, it's already too late for you because did I take damage? I think I did. Because it's like once you see them, it's pretty much hard to dodge because again the camera is so close that you can't really see them, but we should be almost done here, and then, yep, we're going to go right around here, and I'm just going to breeze through here since we already defeated all the enemies. Nothing really to show here, since we already went through this way before, but that's just how the level is. You have to go through sections multiple times. Well, not really sections, more of like just one area multiple times, because you have to go around it in order to get back over here, so we can get to the end of the level. And more birds, we're just going to take damage. Wait, so I didn't take damage from any of those enemies over there. Well, that's pretty neato. Alright, so now that we're coming through the fork once again, let's just go past it and then proceed to get this checkpoint so we don't have to do any of that nonsense again. Now, can I do that shortcut? Oh, yes I can. I love it. Alright, let's go down here, which has a bonus. Now, these boxes can only be broken with a ground pound, so that's the only way you're going to be able to get rid of those. And here are some more TNT boxes, which we'll destroy. And if you see, they do explode. You can see the meter at the bottom that shows you that they're destroyed. And let's see, how am I going to do this? So we'll jump through these first ones, that way we can come back up there. So we'll jump down here. No, break them all, please. And there we go, perfect. So now we're going to go at the end here, hit this, and then we're going to proceed to go back so we can get the rest of the boxes and get some extra lives along the way. So now if you don't do that, you're not going to have any way of getting back down, and it's just going to be a terrible time for you. And extra lives are fantastic. So if anything, it's good to break all the boxes because most of the time you're going to get extra lives out of the deal. Also, this, I don't know when it's going to explode. Oh, there we go. We have done it. I didn't know when it was going to explode. So, well, the good thing about it is that since this is Crash 2 and not Crash 1, it is quite easy to come back and do the bonus section again. Because, as I mentioned before, you don't need to go through the entire level without dying to break all the boxes this time around. Which is really freaking sweet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit all of them, that way the middle one can be broken with only one hit on it. So that's sweet. Ground pound these again, and I know Maury's showing this stuff, but I just want to reiterate that it's okay to die in this game. Because this game does have its own set of difficulty that comes with not dying, and I'll go over that a little bit later as to what I talk about when I say that. Here we have some more lives again, and since I did hit that box once, if I hit it this time, it's going to break, which is really cool. So now I believe at this point, yep, here's the end of it. And we had 23 boxes in that section, which is going to be a major contribution to breaking all the boxes in this level. Then can I do this shortcut again? Ugh. Oh my goodness, I thought I had it that time. Just jump on these and bounce back up and you'll be just fine. And the Wumpa Fruit, I mean, they are nice in the game, but I really don't care about them too much because you're going to get a lot of lives in this game. I will tell you that right now. If you collect all the boxes in this game, you will get a lot of lives. And there we go. It took us 5.5 minutes to beat that one level. Some of these levels are going to take a lot of time. The only reason why that one took a little bit of time is because I had to do the bonus section twice. But that's not necessarily a bad thing, right? I mean, in other videos, if that does happen, I will be editing out the battles. I will be editing out the second attempt and just go straight to the end since we've already seen the entire bonus area. But here we are in Crash Dash. Now this one is pretty neat because we're going to be running away from an object here since the camera is going away from us. We have a giant boulder we get to run away from. And like I said, the camera is terribly not nice to the camera going that way because as you can see, you really don't know if something's coming until it's too late. Once you see it, it's pretty much impossible to avoid unless you know it's there from playing this game multiple times. So you could just walk normally and then just see it coming, but the speed, and like I said, it's going to be a problem later on because there are more levels like this as well, so you just have to be really careful. And we got a checkpoint, which is good. Alright, let's continue on through here. This level is not that difficult, you just have to... I guess it's based on memorization because, you wouldn't really know what's coming unless you've played this game before. And I feel like some of you who are watching this may have played this game for years when you were younger. I mean, I did play this game when I was younger, but my brother had a PS2, or a PS1 at the time, and I had the N64, and I was so jealous when he got to play the game. And I was like, Nick, can I play this game with you? And he was like, no, you have your N64. And I'm like, I want to play that game though. You know, it's one of those things. I guess the console wars, I guess. But I mean, my brother just liked the PS1 because it was something that he liked and something I never got to play. So, alright, so now these boxes, this is going to take quite the while to break. So we're just going to hit each one of these once. That way, when we get the chance to break them, because it normally takes 10 bounces each one of these boxes to break them, but if you just jump on them, it does have a timer and you can just easily break them after that, so it's pretty sweet. And there we go, 17 more boxes go down, and we're just gonna have to keep moving downward to get to the end of it. And now we get introductions of these zoom pads, which makes us go faster. That could be a blessing or a curse depending on how you see, because like I said, if you go too fast, sometimes you don't see what's coming and then bad things happen. And death has become me. So we gained that one life and we just lost it as fast as we grabbed it. So again, it's one of those things where you really don't know what's coming, you just gotta be careful. So now that I know that there's a box right here, we're gonna break it. And then we're just gonna take the zoom pad. Take the zoom pad! And don't do that. Alright, just kind of be careful here, just run with it. Literally run. Oh, and I got zapped. Yeah, there are boxes that appear that you have to intentionally go out of your way to break, so that way you can hit the boxes. Otherwise, this snow boulder thing is going to destroy you, so you just got to be careful. Now I know the zoom pad's there, so I'm just going to take those. Then don't do that. Please don't do that. God. Okay, I'm going to zoom past this. Now break this. And... okay, I broke all the boxes. Okay, did I really get all the boxes? That would be cool if I did. Yes, I did. Thank goodness. Alright, get out of that madness. Please just get out. Okay, so now that we are done with that, I believe, yep, that is the last level of the first section of the hub world. There are multiple sections of the hub world we will be going to throughout the game, and at the end of each section, we're going to be fighting a boss. And I believe someone's going to tell us that right now.
Listen up. We are not without enemies. Some of them you may even recognize. Although they cannot harm you inside this warp room, they can attack you on your way to the next one. To get to the next warp room, use the platform that appears in the center of the room. Good luck.
Yep, as he said, there are bosses that appear on our way to the next section of the hub world, so let's go in the middle, press the up button, and we'll be transported to our first boss fight. And this boss fight may be familiar to those who have played the first Crash game. Yep, this is Ripperoo. So how this fight is going to work is that you want to go into a space where you're not going to get hit by these TNTs, otherwise you will take damage. And also, as you can also see, you don't have any Aku Aku masks going into the boss fight. Unlike the first game where I believe you get 1 or 2 Aku Aku masks, in this game you don't get that luxury. So you're going to have to go through this with only 1 hit in mind. So just be careful. And I happen to remember kind of where we need to stand in order to not take damage from these blocks or TNT spaces. So that's pretty sweet. You just have to kind of see where he's going, and then you can kind of figure it out from there. And I believe it's over here where I have to stand. Yep. And then once that is done, hit him, and then he has 1 more hit left to his name. So, okay, just kind of have to be careful. I believe it's in the middle where you need to stand to avoid... Okay, it's actually right over here. Now, I remember this vividly. You're going to want to stand right here for these TNT, or else you're going to be in a world of trouble. As you'll see, we're going to have a little bit of space to avoid damage. Once you do that, you hit him, and it's over. So overall, the bosses in this game are a little bit of a step up from the first game, but they're still not that difficult, regardless. But, with our nice dance in mind, we're going away. We are done with the first section of the hub world, with the exception of that 1 gem that we'll be coming back to later. And oh boy, it's Iceland.
I see that Ripperoo failed to prove much of a challenge yet again. But back to business. There are crystals to be gathered, 20 to be exact. The planets will align shortly, all 13 of them, and this will create a power great enough to rip the Earth apart. Properly utilized, however, the crystals can absorb and contain the energy.
Crash, is that you? I've been looking everywhere. I don't have much time to tell you this. You have to be careful. Trusting Cortex seems a little unwise. Crash, I can't keep the data path open much longer. Crash, you need to...
Well, I don't know who to believe anymore. Things are getting crazy open here. So, I think that's going to be it for this episode, you guys. Next time on Crash Bandicoot 2, we're going to be exploring the second session of the hub world here by going through some more levels like Snowbiz, Air Crash, Barrett, Crash Crush, and the Eel Deal. These names for levels are hilarious. So, with that being said, thank you guys so very much for watching, and I will see you guys next time for some more Crash Bandicoot 2. See you guys then.